What's going on, everyone? Gilman with Wellthy Stocks, back with another Tesla update video, ticker symbol TSLA, where we take a look at how Tesla stock traded today, key support and resistance levels that we are looking at moving into the future, and based on that, what we think Tesla stock could do. So real quick, if you enjoy videos like this, don't forget to hit that like button down below, subscribe to my channel if you are new, and comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. So let me hit record and we will get right into it. So another red day for Tesla. We are down $15 on the day. We are up almost that much in the after hours. So, you know, not a terrible day for Tesla per se, but if you take a look at, you know, the way we traded today, the way the morning started, the way the pre-market looked, things were looking really ugly. We went down to visit the low 600s after a little bit of a gap down. So we'll take a look at that and we'll cover that. But the first thing that I want to cover is a little bit of news that came out on why it's falling. So, you know, increased competition with the threat of other EV makers, you know, coming in was one reason, but the other reason was the price of Bitcoin falling. So as we know, Elon Musk tweeted Saturday that the price of Bitcoin seemed too high, which is probably not what a lot of investors wanted to hear, especially considering Tesla had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. And so, you know, by you know, the fact that Bitcoin fell after, not saying that he necessarily was the one who caused the fall, right, obviously, but could have played a small part in it. But the fact that, you know, Tesla bought $1.5 billion and then Elon goes out to say that is a little bit, you know, weird. And so in pre-market today, actually, they hit a low of $623, which is, you know, absolutely crazy because now they're down 12% to start the week, and they have at $693 a share, which they're at $698 right now. They've fallen below the $695 price level. The company entered the S&P at December 21st, 2020. So we'll take a look at this, but pretty much after the price action for today, even with the crazy recovery that we saw today, Tesla has given up all of its 2021 gains to date, which were actually looking pretty decent, and is now down 1.3% on the year, which is lower than the S&P's 3.2% gain. This is after the shares gained 695% in 2020, right? So Bitcoin prices, which reached mid to high 50,000s, are now below 50,000. Yeah, 58,000 was the high. 46,000 is where they sit currently, right? So that's what we are talking about, because you know, BMW CEO said that it won't be easy for Tesla to continue at that speed because the rest of the industry is moving ahead big time as well. So again, that's where the competition part of it comes in. Tesla, with its current valuation, again, not saying Tesla stock is going to crash, right? I mean, as you can see today, recovered really nicely, but Tesla stock is at a valuation where they need to have these rapid growths and they need to keep meeting these numbers set forth by the investors. Otherwise, you know, we could see the valuation take a little bit of a hit. I mean, clearly doesn't take a hit for too long, and the recovery so far has been absolutely great, so I'm not too worried. And also ARK Invest and Cathie Woods has been buying a lot of Tesla with this dip, so that shows you that she is still confident, as we covered a couple days ago with the robo-taxi kind of bet that she's taking on right now. She still thinks that it's going to go up. It's the highest holding for the ARK funds and Cathie Woods, and the fact that she's continuing to add just, you know, assures us that the price is not super overvalued. She still sees some growth potential. So now let's take a look at the stock price and let's see what we see. So we closed yesterday in the low 700s, 712, gap down just a little bit, and we were going down at one point, you know, coming to the mid 600s. And then right out of the gate, what we saw was a nasty fall. So, you know, open in the 673, fell all the way down to the 619s. Let me get my drawings back on. Clearly not really respecting any of our support levels until we got down to 619. Then we pushed up. We broke into, you know, the 641 level, broke VWAP, and things look really strong here, right? Took a little break, bounced nicely off of our support level, went up, rejected at our 678, and then bounced a little bit below our 670, pushed up, again rejected from our 694, came down, pushed up, this time broke through, bounce, came down, and then we you know, pushed up, again got two really nice bounces off of our 6 70 level, pushed up, and then this crazy run at the end was really, really nice to see. I was actually in a call position kind of here, and it pushed up, which was really nicely. Let me see if I can maybe pull up the screenshot of that real quick. Yeah, so I was in the $750 call that I was in. Let me see if I could send this over to my laptop just to kind of share with you guys when I took it and why I took it. But let's see if it'll send that over to my laptop. Okay, yeah, here we go. So this is the call that I was in, and let me show you guys exactly where I entered this call and why I entered this call. So this picture actually doesn't show the full gains. As you can see here, this is where I sold it in the $6.28 mark. I bought it for $3.25, kind of right here. And so I think it was a 635 to 325. It was almost like an 80-90% win. I only had one call though because it was, you know, very high risk. So and also it's Robinhood because I was out of funds with the fall that we experienced today. So in my other account, so I couldn't buy it in my TD Ameritrade. Now this is, so with this bounce down, here's kind of where I got in. I was actually looking at the 8 EMA, bounced off the 8 EMA. On the 5-minute chart, we pushed up, and I was hoping that my goal was to play this from here to kind of this 692 level that we got rejected from, but it ran up and broke above, and I sold it kind of in the 702, 703 levels. So it was a really, really quick, nice gain. Pushed up, came right back down, bounced off of our levels, right? But the reason I like looking at these levels, and although today isn't a perfect representation of this for Tesla, worked really well for Apple today, but for Tesla, right? You could still see rejected here, took a little breather, rejected here, took a little breather, and then, you know, we bounced here, bounced here, bounced here, and then we, you know, kind of bounced there before falling and then bouncing at our next level. So although it's not perfect for Tesla, obviously because of the way it moved today, right? We're talking 619 beginning of day, 718 in the after hours. So we're talking a $100 swing on the stock, which is absolutely crazy, even for, you know, a stock as volatile as Tesla. So now let's take a look at where we are currently. Here is something that I wanted to point out. So if we take a look at this candle right here, this is 1230. Our closing price, as you could see from the C right there, was $694. 1231 was 705, and then we opened, so 705 was the closing price on, you know, 1231. We're below that right now, so we gave up all this gain, right? We ran up to 900. We're right back down on the 700 mark. Now with the after hours, we are a little up again, but still, you know, we've taken a pretty nasty fall. Now let's talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance for the stock. So as we talked about yesterday, right, it was really crucial for the stock to capture that 55 EMA, because if it doesn't, it's got run room down to the 89 EMA, which we saw it not only go to today, but break through and keep going down all the way. So it looked pretty nasty there. But what I want to talk about here is, you know, again, really important for us to retake this 55 EMA. So let's talk about future levels of support, future levels of resistance, right? So first things first, we are, you know, we were pretty close to the 700 level at closing. After hours, as you can see, we're nicely within the 700s, right? We're in the low 700s. So it's really important for us to stay above the 700s. And the next level that we need to push towards is this 717 mark, then 732, and then 749, along the way taking over the 55 EMA at 742, right? So those are the three levels that I'm watching: 717, 732, 749, with the key being two things, right? We need to stay above 700, have that as a good level of support, eventually pushing towards the 742 level, where the 55 EMA will be a good level of support for us, hopefully. If not, if we keep dropping like we saw today, we've got some support here in the 694, 678, 671, and then 658. We've got the 89 EMA coming in right at 671. So again, other crucial thing is we stay above that level of support. So my kind of goal for this week for Tesla would be to establish the 700 as a good level of support, push up towards the 55 EMA at 742. Therefore, we can establish that as our level of support and then start pushing up. if we go down, it's really, really important for it to stay above this 89 EMA. Let me get rid of the drawings for just a second. This 89 EMA coming in right at 671, right? So hopefully stay above 671, capture 700s, and make a push towards capturing the 740s. That would be my goal for Tesla for this week. And then if we take a look at the moving averages real quick, you know, we're decently below that as well. We're decently below the 50-day moving average. Got rejected by it yesterday, so you know, hopefully that's in the 771s. So the 55 EMA is what I'm focused on a little bit more right now, but that is what I'm looking at as well. So that's all I had for you guys today. On the daily chart, again, getting above 700, staying above 700, and making sure that if we drop again, staying above the 89 EMA and the 671. That's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys were not too red. I know I've had 2 consecutive red days, but thankfully we recovered a lot today, you know, with Apple especially, the way it was down today and then ended the day barely down. So hopefully you guys are having an okay week, maybe not a great week, but hopefully an okay week to start your trading week. Remember that it's all, you know, red days are a part of the game too. We had a crazy run in January. I mean, Tesla, right, especially, you know, went up all the way to 900s, and we are seeing pullbacks. We are seeing a sector rotation as people you know, put money into recovery stocks and such. So it's all a part of the game. Don't get stressed. You know, don't bet the house. Don't, you know, go on margin. Don't do anything crazy. You know, make sure that if you are taking on a trade, you understand the risks and are okay with the trade going to zero, because you know, worst case that could happen. I'm not saying that, you know, Tesla's going to zero, but if you have a call option on Tesla, that could go to zero. So just kind of manage your risk accordingly. But yeah, that's it. That's all I had for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what your thoughts on Tesla are, and I'd love to chat with you guys down there. Let's remember to be a bit better every single day, and until next time.